Buongiorno! Twitter.com, of course. What is up, everyone? Welcome once again. What am I doing here? I'm live. Paste this link in. Probably. I think it's fine. We just post that shit in, yeah. What is the volume of the music? I have no fucking clue. I just sliding some sliders, man. Alright, so we need to do a lot of stuff here. Probably Twitch or something. Twitch.tv, you know what I mean? Teddy! What up, man? What is up, my man? Welcome to the the only place you need to be right now at this time. Teddy, can you confirm the volume of this thing? How can I actually go... Man, what is going on here, man? The music is fucking loud, yeah? Let me see my channel real quick here. Look at this guy. What the hell is going on? How can I actually do this here? Boom. What is this here? Man, it's like 20,000 times I did this and I still cannot figure out how to do these things, man. What the fuck is going on? God fucking damn it! Hey, what is up, chat? What is going on? Not Daisy. Interstatieski. Pawan Verma, $5 a month. The link volume is nice. That's good. The problem is that I cannot... it's fine, man. People on Twitch, I'm so sorry. Can we... Twitch, please help me here. I need to fucking... undock this thing. Undock it. But it's fine. I will put it here. Right? I will mute myself here. It's fine. I will see it here. I will see the chat here. No fucking worries, guys. So, what is up? Tell me everything. How is everybody feeling? Who is depressed? Who has burnout? Who has some problems with heartbreak or something? Let me know, so we can all cry together here. You know what I mean? Because I'm not gonna lie, my life is not going into the direction I want it to be right now. But it is what it is, right? Because we all know, Let me open up Excalibur here. Look at this. I'm gonna delete this. We all know that life is basically, it's not going like this, right? Actually, you cannot see this. I'm a fucking idiot. I'm a complete idiot. Yeah. This is not life, right? Life. Life like this, maybe. You know what I mean? This is not life. It ain't gonna happen. You know what I mean? This is not Bitcoin. Life is not Bitcoin, guys. You need to understand that. So how is life going then? Well, it's very simple. You're gonna have some highs. And here is what we call... This thing is what we call momentum. I cannot even write. M. Is there like an eraser or something? M. Momentum. You know what I mean? This thing. Right? Very important. But that's on the second place. The second most important thing is momentum. Right? Can I zoom this in, please? But as we all know, we're going to make mistakes from time to time. And we're going to basically have a regression here. You know what I mean? And this is basically the lows. Right? And this is number one. Most important thing. How do you handle your lows? That's the most important thing, right? And if we are in this low, it's super fine to be depressed. It's fine to be burned out. It's fine to be completely heartbroken and you think you're a loser because maybe you are a loser at that point of time, right? But don't forget, drink water and unleash your inner champion, right? And then we're gonna learn from our mistakes, be a little bit depressed, play some games and all that stuff, cry. And then we're gonna make progress, you know what I mean? And that's gonna happen all over the fucking time. You know what I mean? And then you can do some TA, for example, support resistance, and you can calculate whenever you're gonna be successful or depressful. Anyway, what's going on? Ice Bear, man, what is up? Long time. Crypto D, what up? Yassar Hassan, hello, hello, hello. Not a serious burnout, but yes, going through a burnout from day job. Yeah, man, hey. Welcome to the club. Let's drink some water. A spa. Not sponsored. In any means, you know what I mean? Could even be water from the fucking sewer. Alright, what's going on? Twitch people, mental. Yeah, Dimitri, it is what it is. Dimitri Miner. So the thing is, what I've been doing, I'm gonna release a new video this week, I guess, because I'm gonna try to release one video each week. Because I made the biggest mistake in my life in the early days of my YouTube career, was making videos each and every single day. And that's now what I need to make. I teach you everything already, you know what I mean? What do I need to make? So now I need to Release one video a week, and from time to time I come online here on the stream to hang out with you guys, so you can ask me questions, and we can hang out and we can discuss some videos or something. Like I want to discuss here this video from him. Like, where is it? Where the fuck is this video? I feel bad for new programmers, because I also feel bad for new programmers. That's the thing. I'm gonna explain what I'm doing right now, because I'm pretty busy. And can you close the third tab? 1, 2, 3. This tab. I know, but we need to open it. We need to have that. Can you close the third tab? Oh shit! This is also going in the background. That's crazy. Let's delete that. Nobody's telling me that. What's going on? A little busy at my day job. Iceberg. Yeah, man. That's what it is. Day job, man. Slave of society. That's what we are, isn't it? You know what I mean? Slave of society, yeah. Alright, boys. So, basically, as you all know, 3 years ago, I actually started a company, Levenue, with 2 other beautiful people. And what Levenue basically is, it's a marketplace for recurring revenue. Is basically SaaS companies. A SaaS company is a company that has monthly or has recurring revenue, right? Could be monthly, could also be quarterly, whatever. Recurring revenue that recurs, you know what I mean? And instead of basically funding themselves the traditional way, which is basically VC money, right? You basically have a company, you have some metrics about your company, right? How many customers do you have, yada, yada, yada. And then you go to a VC and you say, yo, Y Combinator, listen up, motherfuckers. We have the best, we are building the most incredible startup that you're ever gonna see. Can you please dump some money into our company, and you will get some piece of the pie. You know what I mean? Some beautiful pie, like tiramisu or something. That's amazing. Tiramisu. Like I said, I'm lean as fuck. But if there is some tiramisu on the table, boy oh boy, I'm gonna grab my piece. You know what I mean? The problem is you need to give away a portion of your shares. They're gonna give some money, and they're gonna, you know what I mean? VCs. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're evil. But with Levenue, you can basically sell your recurring revenue in return for upfront cash. You know what I mean? Because your revenue is recurring, but that basically means that if you're January, for example, you know that by the end of the year, or by the end of 2 years, you're going to have all that money coming in, but that doesn't mean you have it on January. So you can say, yo, listen, we have, for example, 5K, 50K, whatever K MMR, and we're going to sell you this for 2 years, and you're going to give me that money up front for a discount, of course, right? And you're going to pay them back, right? Institutional investors. So you basically are not losing. You're not giving away shares of your company, which is amazing, right? So we built this for 3 years in Next.js. Yeah, that's what we did. Very simple, lean and mean. And we recently got a big amount of funding coming in. That's a bit that's a bit weird, right? Like a company that basically wants to get rid of the VCs, but they are VC funded. Isn't that amazing? But it is what it is. You know what I mean? Hey. Right. Hey. I cannot say anything about it. You have right. But hey, it is what it is. Now we can actually build this company further out. So I basically sold a portion. I sold my shares, and I was dipping them out. You know what I mean? I said, hey, 3 years, shake the hands, and I say, vamos a la playa. But we cannot deny that I'm from another level. You know what I mean? You cannot deny that. So they basically merged with 2 other companies. A lot of team members come in, right? New members, new tech people. And it was a little bit of a mess. That's normal, right? If new companies merge together, it's like, what the hell's going on? And it's like you have 3 girlfriends and suddenly they are at the same house. That's not going to be, that threesome is not going to end up well. You know what I mean? That's not going to end up well. So, yeah. And they actually called me back and say, yo, Anthony, please, dude, you need to come back right now. And that's what I did. So now we're going to make Levenue 2.0 with Svelte, SvelteKit, and Golang, and some other shenanigans. Python for some other stuff and some Kotlin. I know. Kotlin, but it is what it is sometimes. You know what I mean? So that's what's going on. That's basically what I'm doing right now, right? And I'm going to give you some in and outsides on how we build this from time to time. That's cool, right? Anyway, that's the first update. Second update. Let me first see the chat, what's going on here, real quick. I'm going to show you the Golang structure, what we use and everything. It's so you can see how that's working out, right? It's basically right here. This is the Svelte stuff. I'm going to show you that. No worries. Hey, no problem. Anyway, let me see what's going on. What's good, Crash? What's good? It's could be better. Not gonna lie. Could be better. I know I look amazing. I know that, but deep inside, I'm actually fucked up. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. That's why we built missiles, to hide our emotions, because actually, to be honest, guys, I was thinking about this. Why am I the person I am today? Right? Why am I acting the way I act? Right? Why am I acting like this cocky, super confident person that's basically looks like a Greek god? That is, come on, we cannot deny that. Why am I? Sometimes I do some self-reflecting. How do you say that? Some self-reflection. I have this all the fucking time. And I was thinking, maybe it's because I was never being appreciated in my life when I was younger, right? Because I was basically not the smartest kid at school. they told me that I'm basically a piece of shit. That was, I swear to God. Mrs. Willard, Juffrouw Willard, from back in my school. How was the school name? I don't know anymore. They said, listen, Anthony, you're basically a disgrace for your family. Your parents should shame on them for you. You will end up nowhere. Well, maybe she has a little bit right back in the day, but right now, basically, yeah, it is what it is. I can buy her life and sell it to the devil. That's for you, mevrouw Willard. You know what I mean? Get fucked. Anyway, and she was ugly. I'm not gonna lie. So, maybe that's the reason, right? Because I don't know, I never had a lot of friends. I was never good. I was at sports. I don't know. When I was younger, man, I don't know. I was also a little bit of chubby. You have like in school, you always have the cool kids, and then you have these fucking dorks. And I was in between. I was nowhere. You know what I mean? I was not a cool kid, but I was also no dork. I was something special. And I think that the way I am right now is because I would never been appreciated in all my life. And now I'm basically trying everything I can to be appreciated, to get validation. Isn't that beautiful that somebody can say that live on stream? That's the thing. If you know yourself so good, that's what you need to do. You need to dig your inner self. You know what I mean? You need to dig deep to know who the fuck you are. You know what I mean? And the problem is you cannot change yourself. That's something I ever tried a million times before, but I can't. You know what I mean? I'm lost. And it consumes me. Anyway, moving on. Anywho's, moving on. The GG stands for Greek God. That's actually Gitojo's. That's actually a good thing. I don't know. The GG stands for good game. But Greek God is something, Golang God, Greek God, whatever. As long as it's God. As long as there is God somewhere. I recently changed my Instagram pronouns to God. Because you can do that probably, right? You can select your pronouns right now. And I said, okay, cool. If I can identify as anything, I identify me as a God. That's basically very... maybe that's a mental illness. I don't know. Anyway. What's going on? Preach. Checkmate. Henry Osei. Just move on, Tony. Hate will not set you free. That's true. Loktar takes a strong man to say that. Yeah, it is, man. It is. Hello. Good afternoon. Alian. Your names are so fucking difficult to pronounce. You know what I mean? Pronounce. How many developers at Levenue had totally? Well, so basically we started out with me, Teddy, which is basically back, right? They say, Anthony, come back. I said, yo, listen, I come back at my own terms. And I said, I'm going to take my boy with me. So I took Teddy with me. So me and Teddy are basically building V2. That's what we do. You know what I mean? We were working, in the beginning, we had 4 developers. But then we basically took a setback, which is completely normal, right? You have a setback. As a startup, it's very hard, guys. We have a setback, so we have 2. And then I was a little bit of inactive, so we had 1. but now we have a shit ton. And something that I learned which actually you knew already, but something that I learned is that coordinating a lot of people to understand some matter and to actually, to be honest, coordinating company cultures together is very, very, very hard, man. That's crazy. That's something that you cannot underestimate that. You know what I mean? You can have very good developers and they can be smart as fuck, but company cultures, merging these two together, that's very hard. That's a very hard problem. And of course, some people will cannot stand it and they will leave. But that's part of the game, right? That's part of the game, especially in programming, where everybody is in love and married to their programming language. Man, that's bad news. You are the best. I wish you success. Thank you very much. You are the best. Anthony, what the hell are you talking about? I don't know. You should basically rewind the stream and check from the beginning so you can follow up what's going on here. Why not Flutter for mobile app? We have no mobile app. Flutter. Sounds weird, right? I don't know. I think I don't know. I don't know Flutter. I have no experience with Flutter. It sounds a little bit flut, but I hear some good things and I also hear some bad things, which is completely normal in the programming spectrum. You know what I mean? All right. So right now, basically, like I said, we are building this with Next.js, but V2 is Golang and SvelteKit. Why SvelteKit? That was the first thing I actually needed to explain to people when I was joining, and I said, "Yo, boys, we're gonna build this in SvelteKit." And everybody was, I dropped some bombs. It was insane. I really dropped bombs there because you need to understand that programmers, if they need to come into, they all want to prove themselves. You know what I mean? Especially, maybe you're going to understand what I'm going to say, especially when a company is reorganizing, right? And companies merge. Developers always see this as an opportunity. And why not, right? I cannot disagree with them. They see it as an opportunity to basically be the strongest, how do they call that? The alpha male. You know what I mean? They all want to be the alpha male and they all want to take control because they see this opportunity as a weak link in the company structure right now, and they're going to take that opportunity. They're going to seize the moment to try to be some kind of lead, which is something you don't want. Leading a team is fucking, that's disgusting, right? Especially as an introvert. And then you come up and you say, yo, listen, boys, we're gonna write this in SvelteKit with Golang, and they don't have experience with SvelteKit and Golang. They are gonna feel attacked, right? They're gonna see, oh shit, they are gonna be insecure because they never wrote SvelteKit, which is basically just JavaScript, right? And that caused a lot of problems. I see that as another thing. I see that as another opportunity. I see that as an opportunity if you have no experience in SvelteKit or Golang, and you have the opportunity from your company to make a rewrite in SvelteKit and Golang tools you never used before, and you have the opportunity to learn them while getting paid. Man, that's basically just, man, how many people would beg for that? How many people would, man, a lot of people would be in their place, right? And I was a little bit confused and a little bit disappointed that nobody saw that as an opportunity, but they saw that as an attack, right? An attack. So their plan of seizing their moment fall apart. That's what it is. Aren't they doing same things? Yeah, they do same things, right? That's the thing. And why would you use JavaScript? We are using TypeScript. Let us that be clear. The whole fucking TypeScript debacle with DHH and all that stuff. We are using TypeScript because by the end of the day, you make TypeScript as complex as you want, right? I mean, if you just use TypeScript with simple types, you know what I mean? Like, for example, here, right? You have simple types in auction, for example, sell-side metrics, onboarding states, onboarding params. I mean, this is simple stuff. But if you're going to use more complex things, then TypeScript can be very nasty. You know, it can be very tedious to work with. But that's in your control, right? That's in your control. That's not the language, right? You can make the language as complex as you want, and that's why Golang is, in my opinion, superior, because you cannot make Golang as complex as you want, because it's a simple language, right? Of course, you can always make programming programming complex. But let us be honest, you can make TypeScript very complex if you want, right? We missed you, man. Welcome back, man. I never went anywhere. You know what I mean? I never went anywhere. Sometimes, like I said, I have busy time. I have some problems. Yeah, this is what it is, guys. Anyway, is there any good blog Git example on how to implement Golang? Vue.js, something like Laravel, Blade. No, I don't know, man. Probably it is. Hello world. Probably is. Hello from the Philippines. What up, man? What's the difference between a programmer, an engineer, and a developer? Nothing. Their dick size. That's the only difference. You know what I mean? The size of their dick. That's the only difference. But why are they doing complex things? By the end of the day, it's a JavaScript. World's most shitful language. Man, like I said, this is... I always love this, right? If we start with languages, it always ends up in this programming language classical debate. But I don't think there is something like a shitty language, right? I don't think that exists. Because by the end of the day, you can do two things, right? You can either complain, or you can just take the money and sip margaritas on the beach, right? Who are you? And most of the time, the developers that are complaining on Reddit and they are complaining at their fucking job. Listen, if you are a complainer, you're never gonna make it, right? You're never gonna make it. It is what it is, and it's basically a life lesson, right? It's not only in programming. If you're gonna complain about, oh man, and life is too expensive, and oh man, my girlfriend this, and oh man, that, and oh shit, and oh what, and no man. If you're gonna do that, you're gonna be you're gonna end up nowhere, man. I like JavaScript. Just keep it simple. Varself is this. That's the only thing you need to know. Varself is this. That's the only thing you need to know in JavaScript, guys. But right now, people won't understand. The people that will understand, they will. Let me do this here real quick. Where is Excalibur here? Here, right? So basically, the most important lesson in JavaScript is varself is this. Can we... This XXL, what's going on here? Varself is this. That's the only thing you need to know. Suck it up and get the job done. Yeah, suck it up, get the job done. Take the money and sip margaritas on the beach. That's what you need to do, right? Anyway, so yes, basically, like I said, SvelteKit, very simple, right? We just have some. Like I said, I have no. The people say, yeah, but we don't know how to write SvelteKit. They said in the Slack channel, said, yeah. And I was thinking by myself, well, me neither. Welcome to the club. Of course, I didn't say that. Of course, I have no fucking clue how to write SvelteKit. What are the best practices? I have no fucking clue. You know what I mean? What are the idioms? I have no fucking clue. Hey, I just do stuff. You know what I mean? I make my own idioms. Idioms. You know what I mean? It's my yeah. I make my own stuff. If something feels awkward, if something feels a little bit sus, I will change it. You know what I mean? I will change it to something that feels less sus. Isn't that a thing? You know what I mean? Private. For the blind homies, it is. Suck it up. What's going on here? Come to Dubai. Yeah, man. I wish I can. I wish I could sometimes. Murat, what's going on here? But I don't. It sucks because of some features of yes. It doesn't make sense. They're always edge corner of the language. You know, I'm gonna tell you something. You know what actually does not make sense? Can I say this? Woman. They do not make sense. They are very complex. They are very, very complex human beings. I'm 36. I'm turning 37 in November 28. Don't forget. Write that down in your calendar. You know what I mean? So you can send me something. Kisses, hugs, whatever. Even after 36 years, I still do not understand how that works. How they work, how they operate, how they think. It's crazy. You know what I mean? Whoa, Svelte looks like Vue. Yeah, maybe. Well, so how it's actually very simple, right? You have some. Let's boot this guys up. Let's boot this up. This is that. That's fine. I also need to go. I need to be very careful because I don't know where I was been with my history here. Auction go actually here. Let's go. Can we make here? Boom, like that. What can we do here? Internal server error. Press enter. Shit. Oh, login. Beautiful. Let's do this. Crypto. Hop. Bam, bam, bam. Ram, bam, 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 bam. Boom. Press enter. You have entered invalid credentials, my man. Something like that. Like I said, I am no designer at all, but that's basically what I designed. Because what a lot of people also do is that they're waiting for designs and they're waiting for UI and they're waiting for front ends. I don't wait for anything. I don't wait for anything. You know what I mean? We just do stuff ourselves. And that's another tip. Like this stream, I know it's long form content. I understand. But here and there are some very, very important tips and tricks you really, really need to understand. Right? You know what I mean? And that's basically as a programmer, you can never pick a side. What do I mean by that? You can never, ever pick the side of I am a back-end engineer or I'm going to be a front-end engineer. If you do that, you're lost. You're not a loser, but you're basically already handicapping yourself. You're already starting at a handicap. Because the term full stack developer sounds, I always think a full stack developer, it sounds like a fucking soy dev. I don't know what it is, a full stack developer. It's somebody that basically knows nothing about two things, you know what I mean? But that's actually not true. A full stack developer, in my opinion, is somebody that is a god in the backend, but can also be a prince in the front end. And he can, if there's something needs to be done, he will make it work without the need of Figma files, without the need of a UI expert, without the need of a HTML, CSS guru. He can just do this thing himself, right? So we made this stuff ourselves. Of course, this is all, we just wrote this in 1 week. You know what I mean? This in 1 week. That's what we're doing. You can even log out and all that stuff. You know what I mean? How did you learn building these clean designs, guys? That's because, like I said, just build it. It's simple. I mean, it's so fucking simple, right? I mean, how do you do that? You go to dribble, you press enter, right? Look at this, and then I have this thing here. Where I don't even know. Lol DK. Boosted shots collections here. I go to my collections, and I just browse the fucking internet. And I pick what I like. You know what I mean? I pick what I like. I have these things here. You know what I mean? And then I basically freestyle like Bob Ross. You know what I mean? A little happy card here. Wait, what's going on here? I didn't make this. This is something that somebody else made. Where is my thing here? What? A little happy card here. Some chart there. You know, some widget here. Some beautiful thing here, easy peasy. You know what I mean? Easy peasy, right? And we're gonna see what Teddy did, right? Teddy. Let me quickly see what's going on here. Can I do this without being GitHub.com? Let's press enter here. Let's go to Levenue, like this. Boom, just like that. What do we have here? We have a lot of shit. Left backend v2, left platform. This one, left front, v2 application here. Look at that, my man just merged some stuff. Let's check it out what he did, right? Let's check it out what Teddy did. Let's do that. Get status maybe. What did we do actually? We removed the $. Okay, it's fine. It's all good. Git add this, git commit. Like core, I see people doing core and all that. So fuck that shit, man. Nobody gives a shit about this thing. We just do whip, and then we say whip, press enter. It doesn't really matter, right? And then we're gonna say git pool origin master and see that no merge conflicts. Where's that? I have no clue what I'm doing. Just pressing buttons, you know what I mean? How do we escape nano? This. Boom. Bats, npm install maybe. You never know what that he did. I have no fucking clue. I trust this man blindly. You see? Blindly. I'm merging it blindly. I don't care. That's what it is. And then we're gonna say npm run dev. Boom. Press enter. Look for this tab here. Maybe this one. No, it's not. This thing here then maybe. Yes, this. Hop here. Press enter to see if it all works fine. We never know. Know what I mean? Look at that. Okay, Teddy fucked it up. That's actually pretty cool what he did. I like this demo thing here. Well, this is basically the buy side. So Levenue, that's actually nice. Teddy, you did a good job. I like this, to be honest. Maybe some more padding here, but hey, that picking. You know what I mean? The thing is that we have sell side. So we have a user, right? I can show you that in Golang real quick here, guys. Like I said, this is real deal. You know what I mean? This is $1 billion company, not $1 billion. It's $1 million company. So let's go to user. You know what I mean? So we have an account here, right? Account, boom. And we're going to have an account type. If we go to account type here, we see that we have a buy side and a sell side, right? So the sell side is basically the SaaS company that is going to auction, going to list, going to sell its recurring revenue in exchange for upfront capital coming from investors. Could be institutional investors, private, how do you say that? These, whatever. Some type of investor. There are a couple types. I don't know, institutional, yada, 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 right? Can even be a personal investor later on. So based on if it's a sell side or a buy side, we're going to show the buy side dashboard where they're going to see all these companies listed. Did he already implemented the view? I don't know. We're going to see right now. He didn't. Damn, Teddy, I was overestimating you. It is what it is. We did. It would be nice that something popped up, but this is already pretty cool. So the thing is, he probably, right? So that's how you need to work together. So he probably did this. He hard-coded this somewhere. That's what I think. So we can actually see what he did, right? If we can swap it back to the sell side dashboard. So I think we need to go here to components, and then we have this buy side thing. That's fine. This is this page here. I have no fucking clue what I'm doing. Routes, app, page, this one, boom. And then you can see what's happening, right? If account type is self, I'm confused. If it's a sell side, yeah, there's this one. But why should the account type be... Ah, wait, huh? Where is this coming from? I see what he did here. He made this beautiful store in Svelte, guys, right? And he said that it's buy side. Why do we have a user store? Because the user is coming from... The user is always present in page data here, guys. Like page. Look at this. We can do page data user. You see? And then we can say const account type is going to be... What is a fucking user? We don't have a account. Okay, you see what's going on? It's this one, user account. There's a problem because session can be 0 actually. Can we do this? We can. Look at that. And then we can do this. On the fly. On the fucking fly here. Account type. What's going on? Why? Huh? I'm confused here. I don't know why. Oh, in the font. Can we do that? We can. I don't know if it's good. It's not working. Wait, my dashboard. What's going on here? Do we need this stuff? What is this? We actually. Struggling. Sometimes you don't need to learn things, you just need to figure things out on the fucking fly, yeah. Hey! I really hate this, man. I really hate this fucking language. So the problem is it's user null. I know it's not null, man. I will do it like that. Motherfuckers. User account. And then we need to do this stupid question mark, which makes no sense at all. Boom. And now we're done, right? Something like that. Could be better, but we fix that later on, right? This should be the same thing, right? Look at that. Now we have the style side back. Hey, you see that? So these stores is basically the problem with Svelte is that these stores are so basically inviting you to create these things. But I think we don't need that because we are returning the user on each and fucking single page. So I'm going to delete the store. I'm so sorry, Teddy. I'm going to delete this. Boom. It's gone. It's gone. It's GG, well played. Something like that, right? So we say that the user is this thing, and then yada 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 yada. Beautiful, right? Hey, fix that. So a question mark at the end to fix the error. Is that oh, let me see. Let me see. So I want to have, for example, an account or something, and I can say user bang. You see, this is all very complicated stuff. Why? Why it should be a bang and a question mark and all that stuff? Why? But this bang is fine. Right, now we can make it cleaner. Actually, to be honest, we can maybe do this. Accounts. Right? That's what I think is the cleanest. And then say that the account type. That's the only thing we want. But we probably need to do a question mark here, right? Just to make it like that. And then we're going to say here. We're going to take all this bullshit here, delete that, and do the same thing here. And now it's clean and mean. You know? That's optimizations. Look at that. What do you think, chat? What do you think? Hey? Anyhow, moving on. I think Supabase returns its own user. No, this is not Supabase, my man. Daddy, I will teach you right now. Listen what I do. Listen what I do. I have something that is called this. This special thing. This is the layout TS, which runs on the server or on the browser. So what we do is, we're gonna do some Supabase shenanigans. We're gonna set our session here. But we also, if there is a session, only if there is a session, we're going to get the user, which is making a call to our API/user at the Golang side of things, right? And then we going to set the access token in the store because reasons, and then we're going to return the user here. You see, Supabase session user. So what does that mean? That we're going to have access to this user on every single page. But That's why the user can also be undefined, because maybe there is no user because he is not authenticated for some reason, which is fine. Why am I basically smacking my bottle of water? So that's why we can have this account type here from the page. This is Svelte. This is so amazing, man. This is... Richard Harris, you are one of my favorite persons on the planet because you fix so many stuff, right? That's what we do. Cool. You see? I'm gonna actually go back into this buy-side dashboard real quick. What's going on here? I fucked it up, I guess. I have no clue. Sometimes if you don't know what to do, you do an npm run dev again, and it's probably not gonna fix. Oh yeah, we have a user store somewhere. Who's using that? Because I deleted that, right? User store. Let me see. Here again, side navigation. Why are we doing that? Oh yeah, I see. Okay, Teddy, that's nice that you do that, right? You're gonna do this navigation. I see what's going on. So let's fix that then. Let's see if we can do it. So we're gonna do the same thing, right? So basically, we can go back to... what am I fucking doing here? Copy this thing, right? Paste that in here. Do this, paste that in. Let's do page here. Press space, delete that. It's gonna work pretty fine. Look at that. I'm just... you see that? The amount of experience, man. This is so crazy. Look at what I'm doing. People have no fucking clue what's going on, and it's amazing. Look at that. Boom. Oh my goodness, man. Woohoo! You see? That's the difference between 50k or some zeros behind that. Or some zero after that. Some extra zero with that. Some extra digit. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's what I do. Teddy, listen very carefully. But Teddy, I swear to God, Teddy is... I trust this guy blindly because what he's doing is fine. Nobody cares, man. But just... he didn't know. Right? Because I didn't know either. I just looked that up and I say, oh, you can do that in Svelte, so why do we not return the user? He didn't know, right? Scotty didn't know. So he did something like this, which is pretty fine, but now he knows. You know what I mean? That's the only thing. I don't even need to say to him something. He just gonna see this thing. That's the beautiful at some people. That's what the people I want to work with. You just, sometimes you don't need to say anything, right? You just do some stuff and it's fine. I don't know what it is. That's the people you need to hold very close to you and treat them nicely so they will never leave you alone. So they will always stick with you somehow. They will never go away. You will always have some contact. And then when the time arises, boom, you're back together and you code this beautiful thing. And even teams of 8 people have no fucking clue how fast we can do this stuff. Because there are no fucking stand-up meetings. There are no fucking whatever the shit is happening. We just do stuff and it all happens organically. You know what I mean? Yeah, so let me see. So the ByDice dashboard is fine. Active strategies 15 is probably dummy data, right? Contracts again. Dummy data, this thing is fine. Look at that. What is that? Strategies, contracts. Invested so many money. We missed some currency here, but it's fine. I like that. So just the thing here, what we need to do, Teddy, is the auctions, right? The auctions. I cannot even pronounce this word decently. It's like I sound like Arnold Schwarzenegger sometimes. But you just do you, and we will see later on what's going on. Right? Anyhow. So you save the access token in memory and refresh every load, and Supabase handles the actual output. Yeah, Supabase handles everything. That's why we're using it, right? Because it's not only... The only reason I like Supabase is because, and not, for example, Firebase or something else, is because we have Postgres as the underlying database. Because we are in Golang, we don't use Supabase at all. We started out with SQLC, which is nice, which basically pre-compiles your queries, but we basically you can see what happens here, right? But we basically changed because I was writing all these queries, and we have a lot of a shit ton of queries, a shit ton of special queries, you know, like update an onboarding state, do this, update that, do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. It's not like a CRUD, you know what I mean? Like fetch all users, update the user, delete the user, get the books, update the books, you know, like all this simple tutorial code is easy. SQLC, write 4 queries and you're done. Compile that stuff, type safe queries. Everybody's like at equilibrium. Everybody is happy. Everybody has a big boner. But the problem is that in reality, we started like that. But the thing is that we had a giant list of queries. It was insane. It was like, oh my goodness, this is not maintainable anymore. This is insane. So we swapped that out. For the sake of speed of development. Not because Bun is better. It's not an ORM. It's maybe an ORM. It's a hybrid stuff. You do whatever you want to do with it. But we want to have some more generic, simpler and faster way without these queries, because you need to basically maintain a list of a schema, then you need to maintain a list of queries, then you need to maintain a list of migrations. So you have 3, and we work with 2 persons on the same code base, and we are going at the speed of light. So we were continuously having these merge conflicts with migrations, and oh my goodness, I can still feel the pain. So that's why we say fuck SQLC, fuck everyone. We're gonna use this thing, and now it's all good, right? Everybody's happy. So the only reason why we set the access token, by the way, to answer your question, because we don't need to, right? With Supabase, the only reason we use Supabase in the front end is for authentication, because we have a separate out scheme, which comes out of the bed from Supabase. All the providers come completely out of the bed with Supabase. Email verification out of the bed with Supabase. Reset password out of the fucking bed. Row level security. We have all that stuff. User interface. Everything is being handled. We don't need to. It saves us a month of maybe a month is a lot, but it saves us weeks already, and a lot of headaches, right? And it's using Postgres behind the scenes. So if we ever feel that, okay, Supabase, it's kind of meh, but it's not gonna be, so especially not for, unless we are basically hitting some kind of a performance bottleneck, which we don't give a shit. If we hit the performance bottleneck, that means that we are successful. That's nice. That means we are filling the bags, you know what I mean? Smoking the cigars, sipping the margaritas on the beach. Then we will basically say, okay, fuck Supabase. We will roll our own authentication, hire some dev, or do it ourselves, write our authentication, and we don't need to do anything because we have Postgres anyway, right? Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, right? I actually no clue what that was. Anyway. But what's going to happen is that there is going to be a UI team, which is basically an agency we hire, which is going to come up with new branding. Right? This is our branding right now. But we're going to have a new branding. We're going to be rebranded. The name is going to stay the same, but we're going to rebrand, right? And if you want to look how a fucking 3 years old Next.js repo looks like, then we're going to have this one. Look at that. This thing is huge, right? This is an insane beast. Look at that! Look at this, guys. This is insane. This is insane. And now we're gonna look, guys. I'm gonna teach you something. That's very, very important. Look at this, guys. 68 views. Look at this. Look at this. What we're gonna do. This is important. Look at this. Contributors, right? We're gonna see here. Look at that. It's gonna crunching the metrics, guys. Look at this. The undisputed king with 165 commits. And I did not make a single commit in 2 years. Still undisputed. 2 years I did not do anything. And this repo is being maintained for 3 years each day. Let that sink in. And you can see it here, right? My boy Teddy, still here, still kicking strong. Yeah. Like Shakira always say, hips don't lie. But commits don't lie either. You know what I mean? Yeah. So how do we structure this? Like I said, I mean, how do we structure this code? I'm gonna show you what's going on here. I'm gonna open it up. So you're gonna see how things are getting more. So we have a simple, you see, you can still see the SQLC YAML file here. You know what I mean? Let's delete that. Boom. Get out of here! Right? So like I always do things, right? We have the bin folder, simple, right? We have CMD, which is going to be where a couple things live in the command folder, right? Wait guys, wait. I'm gonna record this real quick. You might be micro-committing. You might do. It's true. You have a point. Commits actually are a bit relative because even lines added and lines removed is also like commits is just like it's a scam. Let us be honest. Because you can make 20,000 commits and they are all just garbage. They are just minor stuff. But then you can make one commit and that's going to solve something crazy, you know, and that commit is worth more than these other 20,000 commits. But if I find the opportunity to put myself in the front as a god once again, I will do it, right? That's basically because, I don't know, maybe I'm some of my ancestors were narcissistic or something. I have no clue, right? But I have the urgent need to put myself on front because to hide my insecurity. Which VS Code team is that? It's Groovebox, but it's Groovebox. Groovebox. Groove. Actually, to be honest, team. Actually, to be honest, yeah, it is. Color team. Groovebox hard. Because who does not want to be hard sometimes? You know what I mean? We don't want to be dimmed. And we don't want to be default. And we definitely don't want to be colorblind. We, men, we want to be hard. You know what I mean? Let us be honest. And I'm pretty sure your girlfriend also wants you to be hard. That's why we take Groovebox hard. They have been too relaxed for 2 years. Yes. They certainly did. They certainly did. They certainly did. Man, this is a little bit of water. Commit chart is about consistency. You can see how passionate someone is based on that, even in small stuff. Yeah, it's true. It's important to have a consistent chart. Because the first thing I said, actually, guys, very funny. The first thing I came in to the Slack channel actually was always been there. And I said, guys, listen, everybody needs to basically, the first thing I said was we're gonna delete stand-ups, right? And everybody's going to push their changes throughout the day to GitHub. With a whip, make a PR and call it whip, yada yada yada. Man, oh boy, that was crazy. Everybody was pissed, man. Holy crap. Whoa, nobody wants to do that. I said, what the hell is going on? Everybody was pissed. Yeah, I don't not gonna commit because sometimes I just do not commit stuff or I have no changes. Yeah, I know. They were afraid that I was going to judge them based on their commits. No. I don't care. Like I said, I don't care if you work in the night. I don't even care if you work for 2 hours. You're even gonna pay 8 hours. I don't fucking care. I don't even care if you work for 2 days. If you work for the company I work for. I don't care. Maybe you're gonna work 1 day. I don't give a shit. As long as you're gonna produce what needs to be produced. That's the only thing. Alright? But they were afraid. I said the only reason why we're gonna commit each day is so we don't need fucking stand-ups, right? Because why would you stand up? Yesterday, I made this and that, and I have no blockers. Fine. Now you waste 10 people of your time. You know what I mean? Listening to your bullshit. So if I'm interested in what you did, I can go to GitHub and see what you made. You know what I mean? I could see that. Oh, he's there. Okay, fine. I have some time. Because we need to connect these 2 pieces together. He's working there. He's only there. He's just figuring out. I'm here, so it's fine. Right? There are no blockers yet. Maybe tomorrow. We will see. I will check tonight on the commits. So we don't need to do a stand-up. That's why I'm doing this. But they're still doing stand-ups. It's a fucking waste of time. But they don't understand that. It's fine. I said to them, listen guys, I'm not here to make problems. I will do my stuff with Teddy and You guys can do whatever the fuck you want to do. You know what I mean? But I'm joining that shit, man. Stand-up. It's in the morning. It's the most productive day. It's the most productive hours of the day. And I need to be in a fucking stand-up listening to nothing? Nah. I ain't gonna do that. You know what I mean? Anyhows, moving on. Stand-up is a way to waste time every day. Yeah, it is. Because they say, yeah, but there's always some smart guy, right? There was some smart guy, some smarty pants. And I wish I could show the conversation, but I can't, because then I'm going to be in big trouble. But he said something like, yeah, but then we can share experience with each other. Like, what the fuck is this? Do I need to come up with pink unicorns and potpourri and some flowers and all that stuff? What's going on here? Sharing experiences. Man, listen, if I have something that I want to know, and I want to know it right now, then I'm just going to Slack and I'm going to ask a question. Right? Hey, I am working on this and I heard that you probably also need that API endpoint. So, hey, I have this spec written out, which I think is nice. Here it is. Hey, let me know if something is not right or you want to have some extra fields. See ya! No, but they want to have a meeting. No, let's make a meeting so we can discuss the spec of the API. Man, that's a waste of fucking time, man. Please, where's my music? What's going on here? It's a waste of time. It is what it is. I just make my own spec. What I think is needed. I'm gonna copy paste that stuff on Slack, paste it into his fucking DMs, and I don't care where he is. Maybe he's taking a shit, maybe he's fucking his girlfriend. I don't fucking care. But if he wants to add fields, well, he can just reply with some fields, and I will add them. You know what I mean? And I don't need to waste his fuck time. You know what I mean? And he can do whatever he needs to do. We're gonna listen to something else. I have no fucking clue. What are we listening to? Which genre do we have here? Ooh, chillin'. That feels a little bit weird, not gonna lie, these times. Folk. Do we have some punk rock like back in the days? What's going on? Do you have the time to listen to me wine stuff? Can I type? Punk. There's fucking flies everywhere. Okay. Artlist, hello. Every time I remember, I still can't believe it. Last company I was mentally had a meeting to schedule the meetings. Yeah, and it is, right? And Trello is being used to remove Trello. The first thing you need to do in Trello is make a card to never forget to remove Trello, actually, because it's garbage. Okay, let's see what's this. Twitter mine. Let me see. Why not? Why not a little bit of punk? You know what I mean? A little bit of that. Okay, let's go down. Agile is a scam. Oh, yeah. Sign-ups away. Okay. I'm up to date here. Oh, Twitch. Nobody's on Twitch. That's fine. That's good news. I don't know what it is. I'm not popular on Twitch. I cannot build my audience on Twitch. I don't know why. I don't know why that is. Tell me. Like, I think I'm the ideal Twitcher, to be honest. I'm more of a Twitch than a YouTube. You lose the whole morning. Exactly. I'm a Joe. Can you please tell them that? Stopping the rant. You can rant about this shit as much as you want. I agree completely. So, alright. Yeah. So yeah. That's fine. That's fine. It's fine. So we were actually discussing on how to make these beautiful things. Like I said, you need to be a double-sided developer. You need to be good in the backend, good in the front end. And if you, then you can make these things. Like Terry, the same thing. He made this dashboard here, and I made this thing, right? Like it actually needs to be this. We paste that in here, copy this, and we paste it in there, press enter, and then we do refresh, boom. You see, that's what I did. You know what I mean? Like laying out things, right? Of course, things are basically subject to change, of course, but like I said, we first gonna make things work so we know what to do sometimes. Creating the front end yourself, and then you know a little bit better how to interact with the backend, right? Because you can make everything in the backend if you want, but if you know how the front end is going to navigate-ish, you're probably going to engineer a lot better of API and structures, and you're not going to waste a lot of data and all that stuff. But that's, like I said, again, there is never such thing as the best way. There's never such thing as a good way or a bad way in programming, right? That's never going to happen. It all lies in the eyes of the beholder, you know what I mean? Of the guy that making his stuff. That's why there are so many opinions. It's fine. People can have opinions, you know what I mean? Some people find me a loser. I know. Some people find me a god. I also know. It's fine. As long as we have some equilibrium, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's that. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, we were doing this. God damn it. I'm basically... I was making a YouTube... Guys, I'm such a fucking... Anyway, so we have the CMD. I will cut it out anyway. So we have the CMD folder. Actually, I'm going to do it again, right? We're going to do it again, and no hesitations. Maybe going to put the music a little bit longer, and I can make a YouTube video out of this thing. So we're going to do this thing. Where is my fucking sound thingy here? What's going on here? Help! It's fine. It doesn't matter. Okay, so how do we structure this thing? Well, first of all, we have the CMD thing. So the CMD is basically where we, first of all, boot our API, right? Every binary you're going to find in bin here is, not every, but most of the binaries you find in the bin folder here are basically built with the CMD, right? The entry points, right? For example, the API is main.go. It's very simple. We use Echo here. Why we use Echo? Because it doesn't matter. You could use Fiber, you could use Gin, you could use Gorilla, you could use whatever the fuck you want. It will not make any difference at all. Gin, Fiber, Echo, Chi, Gorilla, and all other animals of the zoo. It doesn't matter. It's all good. They all do the same thing by the end of the day. Alright, so that's that. Then we have some drop thingy. Why drop? Is very simple. It basically drops the table. We have migrate, which basically migrates the table. All the migrations are here. And then we have a seed, which is basically very simple. It's a seed script to seed some stuff into our database, right? But why are you not using something like Viper CLI tool? Because I like it to do it this way. Very simple scripts. No fucking CLI tool that makes complexity and all that stuff. That gives me anxiety. Just this. Boom. Easy fucking peasy, right? Then we have a data folder, right? A lot of people call this models. But I call it data because I don't know why. Actually, I know why. Because it's all data. Makes a lot of sense, right? Account, analysis, auctions, company. With some queries here. Onboarding stuff. All onboarding stuff. Look at this. Some beautiful takes. We onboard the user in one go. Types here. User. It's all data. It's all data related stuff. Everything that needs to be saved in a database. Every data structure, it's going to be in data. Easy peasy, right? Models. Models are from a fucking catwalk. You know what I mean? That's what models do. They don't sit in your fucking folder structure. Then we have DB, which is basically some simple thing. We actually constructing database here. We make it a global. Yes, our database is a global. Correct. But potentially that's... Hey, I know. Doesn't matter. And then we have a package handlers, right? Simple handlers. Middleware. All the fucking middleware is in here. We haven't even log middleware. We're using slog. Look at that. Beautiful. The slog. You know what I mean? The new slog from Go. Pretty amazing, not gonna lie. So we can finally diss all these other fucking tools, dependencies we need to... and basically every handler has his own name, or metrics can have a multiple stuff. Handle post, handle get, handle delete, whatever the fuck you want, right? And some error stuff for centralized error handling, right? I made a video about that. And then for alt middleware is maybe important because what we do here is We have some beautiful stuff like with authentication, but we also have, for example, here, with account type only. Let me elaborate this a little bit more. It's gonna be the worst YouTube video. I'm gonna remake it tomorrow, actually, to be honest. Close all here, yeah. Right, with account type only, and the thing what this does is it protects routes for a specific account type. Like I mentioned before, we're gonna have sell-side users, buy-side users, right? And buy-sides can do stuff that sell-sides can't, and vice versa. So we need to have some kind of a how do you call it? Some kind of a middleware stuff that takes in an account type, and based on that account type, it's going to say if you're authorized or not authorized. Beautiful, isn't it? So we do some decoration, so we wrap a function in a function in a function. Looks like trash, I know, but it works and it's beautiful, and I'm in love with it. You know what I mean? Easy peasy. And how do we use that? Well, very simple, right? We use it like this, like that. You see here, cell side. We group handles with account type only, data account type cell side, and now we can make all these cell side routes and call it a day. RBCA kind of sister, yeah. I'm hearing the Dutch accent. Yeah, it is. I'm Dutch. I know. Some people think I'm Scottish for some fucking reason. I don't know either. Like I said, I'm a man of the world. You see, I speak every single language. Habibi. That's what it is. Yeah. Okay. And then we have, yeah, that's it. That's simple. That's project structure. Nothing more, nothing fancy. Maybe there's going to be something else like, I don't know. That's the only folders you actually need to make your whole application. Ish. Oh, it feels so good. It reminds me of our 16's music, man. When I was 16, I was a skater boy. Baggy pants and all that stuff. But she said, see you later, boy. Still hurts. Yeah. I was in Tilburg before. Tilburg. Oh, but that's Belgium, isn't it? Tilburg. I don't fucking know what it is. Tilburg. Yeah, Tilburg doesn't exist. Tilburg is in the Netherlands. Is it fucking Efteling? Is that in Tilburg? That's crazy. Is that true? It's not your fault. You're just a bitch. I was right. And you was wrong. What's going on? Keep going on. Need to be strong. What the fuck was that? I'm a little bit curious here because Tilburg is the Efteling there. I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter because nobody knows what the Efteling is. I understand. I know Mern, but I'm not enjoying it. Feels like I'm using only services and stuff, kind of very passive. Want to learn some core engineering, but don't know where to start and get a job. Guys, listen. This question, I hear this question a lot on my Discord recently. And for the people that don't know, I have a Discord channel. Join it. It's links in the description. Click it. It's free. We have, I don't know how many people are in there. 3,000-4,000 people are in the Discord. It's crazy. I know. 1 year ago, there were 3 people in. And now we are with 5,000. That's amazing, isn't it? Yeah. Anyway, so how to get a job? It's a very... You cannot force it, my man. Like I said, looks like the accent of the Vlaamse than one of the Netherlands. Yeah, it is. I'm Vlaams. Correct. Good job on the Discord. Yeah, just they keep coming, man. And we don't have any moderators. Is that amazing? People say, hey, why do you don't have moderators? Because we don't. We behave. You know what I mean? Because it's very simple. Because I'm so authentic. I'm so an authentic person that I only attract people that are like-minded, basically. And nobody's actually gonna... Maybe we had 1 or 2 times somebody just came in and posted some bullshit and we just banned him, you know what I mean? Ciao! But besides that, it's amazing, right? Like I said, there's on the Discord there's very smart people there. It's crazy. It's like more smarter than me. It's insane. Learning every day. Marshall, what's going on, man? Marshall B coach. Man, Marshall, U.S. military veteran. This man is crazy, man. He kills you in a blink of an eye. You know what I mean? He's like Jason Statham, but better. Because Jason cannot code and Marshall can. Anyway. Anthony, I have a Svelte app with Go backends and I'm using GBT as the out method. Do you think it's okay to store the GBT in local storage on the front end? Yeah. Yeah. What else are you gonna do? Store it in a cookie or something, encrypt it, whatever. It does not need to be. You see, it's fine. That's why there is always something with this authentication. It's so fucking fragile. Even if you think you know it, there is still something going on. There is still an edge case here and an edge case there, and somebody here, somebody there, and everybody's going to try to fucking hack your fucking company. So just use something like Supabase or something special that basically handles your authentication and you're good to go. You never need to take care of it. You need to update it. It's gonna work. It's safe. It's secure, and it's fine. Call it a day and move on. You know what I mean? That's back in my day. I was I'm gonna write this myself and use beautiful sessions and everything. I don't do that anymore. It's just like it's not worth it. The risk to reward these days is not worth it because bug bounty stuff. It's very popular. Everybody's trying to try to hack you and all that stuff. You need something very secure. Just use Supabase or something else and call it a day, right? So you don't basically be awake at night. You know what I mean? You don't need to be awake at night. Nobody wants to be awake at night unless it's something for something else. You know what I mean? Maybe you sniff too much coke, then you're also awake at night. Not gonna lie, been there, done that. Yeah, like I said, and you need to have refresh tokens, and some people are lazy, so you're never gonna have a refresh token. You know what I mean? You're never gonna implement that stuff, and then you're gonna have an expired token that still works, and you don't know because you don't check the expire. So many things that can go on, and so many edge cases, and just use fucking Supabase. With the Supabase package, it works perfectly fine. With it's a Postgres database. Like I said, it's a sleeper technology. You don't need the fucking performance. It's performant enough. It's fine. It's the best thing that ever happens. Trust me. If you want to use Postgres, of course, if you want to use something else, like a MongoDB or something, well, then you need to have something else. You can use these tools, these third-party SaaS companies that are doing authentication as a service or something. Could be perfectly fine. Coke as Coca-Cola. Coke as in cocaine. Been there, done that, of course, man. Like I said, I'm 36. I did some experimentation. Let us be honest. Let us be honest, guys. Man, I lived my life. You know what I mean? I did some stuff. But it's not for me. It's not for me. Drugs. Maybe weed. Weed is fine. From time to time. But I don't do it anymore because I had something crazy happen to me by using that. And I don't know. We still don't know if it came by having a bad. Actually, I smoked so much, so I should be tolerant for that. But something happened with my, how do you call that? Your ears, and then you have your organ, your, how do you say that? Evenwicht. In fucking English, evenwicht. If somebody hears some Dutch guy, evenwicht. Evenwicht. How do you call that? Orgaan, Engels. Balance organ. Okay, fine, balance, yeah. Anthony, what the hell? You should know that. I had something with my balance organ. It was pretty crazy. I was smoking, but I was smoking like every single day back then, and it was very scary. So I was lying down with my computer on my with my laptop on my fucking I was just watching it, and suddenly I feel something over me. I don't know what it was. It just came, like something came out of the sky, and it came over me. Like in your body, and instantly I felt like, what the hell is going on here? I was a little bit anxious, right? What the fuck is this, right? And I felt bad, and the first thing I did, because I knew, I think, man, I'm gonna die here. I'm gonna have a heart attack or something. I was so in panic. The first thing I did, I was sent to my ex-girlfriend. I said, yo, listen, I'm gonna go to sleep. I don't feel well. And she instantly replied to me like, hey, this is not normal. Are you okay? And suddenly I couldn't. I was twisting like if you're in the part de mol, you know what I mean? Like you're making these, you're completely disbalanced. I could not walk straight anymore. It was like, I don't know what's going on. It was very, very weird. And I needed to vomit, and instant vomit. It was crazy. It was instantly. And every fucking 5 seconds I needed to vomit. Until everything was out, then it was just, I still needed to do it, right? There was nothing inside me anymore. And I was lying on the ground, and I was so fucking panicked, you know what I mean? It was crazy. I really thought I was going to die. I swear to God. And I was lying on the fucking ground, because each time I tried to stand up, I was just disoriented. I was crazy. I never had it before. I was so fucking scary. And then I sent a message that please come right now, right? And people, after that, the doctor say, guy, why didn't you fucking call an ambulance? This is fucking dangerous. I said, I have no clue. I was in peace or something. And then my ex-girlfriend came, and she basically said, what the hell is going on? And she helped me, and she was in panic also. It was middle of the fucking night. It was crazy, man. And I never had that before. It was so fucking crazy. That was not even a bad trip. Sometimes you have a bad trip from weed or something, but it's not... You feel a little bit dizzy or something, it's fine, right? Not a big of a deal. But this was completely crazy. And then the doctors say I had a disorientation in my organ balance, in my balance organ. And that's normally hospital stuff. You need to call the ambulance, and they need to come right now because this is bad. And I don't know, recovered. But that shit was, well, I'm gonna lie, I really thought this is the end. This is the fucking end, man. I really thought this is the moment I die. But I didn't. Anyway. Since then, guys, I never touched a single joint anymore. Because I don't want to have this anymore. That was crazy. That shit was wild. It's like, sometimes you have like mushroom trip, you know, if you take too much mushrooms or something. But this was like, it was not even a bad trip. This was like, I don't know what's going on. I was completely... I don't know. Imagine the feeling you're dizzy, like from, if you, let's say you do like 1,000 turnarounds with your chair like this, right? So, whoa, like 1,000 of these, right? 1,000. Then you're dizzy, right? You're a little bit dizzy. Whoa, what the hell? You know what I mean? That feeling, never stop. That feeling times 100, that never stops. It just never stops. You're standing right, it never stops. You're laying down, it never stops. You're continuously spinning, and you're vomiting. You don't know where you vomit because you don't know where the fuck you are. You cannot stand up because you're gonna die because you're gonna jump to a window or something because you don't know where you are. I was just lying in the ground. You know what I mean? Just lying, because there I was safe there. But it felt like I was basically, what the fuck was that, man? Hours, man. It was crazy. Holy crap. Don't do drugs. It's dangerous. Should I learn Golang? So what is the edge I get? I don't know, man. Make sure you learn, make sure you have the basics right? Make sure you know what programming is, you know how to assign variables, you know how to solve problems, you know how companies work, you know how the web works, and if you have a good grasp on that, then you can move on to other languages. But stick with the basics, right? PHP, JavaScript, that's the first thing you need. Make some money with that, and then you can move on. Right? Then you can move on. Should I use insert language here? Is the wrong question. It all depends what you want to do. Guys, listen, I was thinking about this also. Like, programming itself, guys. Programming. At the most purest form is very, very simple, right? that everybody can do that. Wait, hold on. Because if you think about it, what is programming? You're just assigning a variable and calling functions. Of course, it's a bigger spectrum, I know, but if you just think about that, you have some data, you make some variables, you assign that, and then you're going to use these variables and do some stuff with that, so you have an output, input, and that's it. Simple. But what's the problem? The problem is that, let's say you're a newcomer and you're a new programmer, right? And you want to make a program, for example, what could be a simple program? Well, you're going to make a program that takes in user input, right? You're going to ask the user, what is your age? What is your length? And what is your weight? And you're going to assign that input to variables, and then you're going to call a function that's going to calculate their body mass index. Very simple. Everybody can do that, right? And then you're going to return that to the user. That's very simple, right? But the problem starts not in programming. The problem starts with how confused are you? If you can take away your confusement, you're gonna be a very good programmer. But Anthony, what do you mean by that? Well, I'm explaining, guys. Listen. Let's say you're gonna start that. In these times, the current times for programming, the current era of programming is much difficulter. It's much more difficult than it was when I started out 20 years ago-ish. Because when I started out programming, we could take these simple concepts and use them without any problem. But right now you can't anymore. Right now, you cannot take the simple concept of this calculate your body mass index with 3 user inputs, because you're gonna first, okay, cool, I can make that, right? So let's use PHP, right? Because that's the first thing. If I look up programming, PHP is going to be most likely the first thing that will come up here and there, right? Yeah. Oh, whoa! Are you crazy? You're gonna make that program in PHP? PHP is for the web, my man. PHP, that's not for the CLI applications. Are you crazy? Actually, why are you making this a CLI application? You need to make it a web application. You should use React or something, man. What are you doing? Actually, to be honest, let's use mobile. Make it mobile. What are you doing? Everybody's on mobile. Use Flutter. So, actually, why are you using PHP? Use fucking Python, man. It's easy peasy. Wow, no Python. Are you fucking dumb? Rust is safe. It's type safe, my man. You need to use Rust. You know what I mean? It's the next big thing. Idiots. Rust. Golang is fine. It's so simple. Simple language, statically typed, fast enough. You know what I mean? That's what you need. So, this new guy coming into this space just want to make a simple thing, which he can make that. He suddenly cannot make it anymore because, oh shit, he's confused, right? Oh yeah, so he learned PHP for 2 days, but oh yeah, somebody said on Reddit that PHP is actually not a good way to go, so he's gonna use Python. But then somebody said, yeah, Python, man, are you fucking crazy? You need to use Rust. So a week after that, he's gonna use Rust because that's the next big thing. But that's quite a job to learn as a new programmer. So after 2 days, he already stopped, so he's going to get Golang. And by the end of the day, he's gonna get burned out. He's back to working at McDonald's. And that's the problem that happens right now in the programming industry, right? Not even newcomers, also people that are already for a year or something, right? For a year in, or maybe 2 years in. Still, these people are going to get confused by influencers like me, Primogen, and all these other bullshit people on YouTube advocating their language because it's the best on the fucking planet. So we are, actually I don't think I do that, but like I'm a little bit biased to Golang, but that's because I love to use it. But each time I talk about these programming languages, I never tell you need to learn Golang first. I even do not sell my Golang course to people ask me. I could make $400 in a blink of an eye, you know, $400, ka-ching, ka-ching. But I don't do that because people say, hey, I'm just new to programming, should I buy your course? I said, no, you should not buy my course. You know what I mean? So that's a problem. So how can you be successful and land a job very quickly? It's by taking away your confusement and just continuing your plan that you had in the beginning. And don't try to listen to everybody else trying to manipulate you, trying to force their narrative. So you're gonna be distracted and burned out because you have no fucking clue what to do anymore. And it doesn't stop with the languages, guys. It doesn't stop with the languages, because even if you say, okay, I made up my mind, I'm gonna learn JavaScript or Python, and you're gonna make this body mass index calculator in Python, then still people are gonna complain, right? Hey, are you writing this all in this boilerplate? Are you crazy? You need to use this package, man. This package. Everybody's using this CLI package. It's so easy. Even for one simple thing, they're gonna say, you need to use this package, and pandas here, and pandas there, and fucking ice bears everywhere. You don't even know what a CLI is. So you're again confused. It just doesn't stop. People are confusing you, and that's the only reason that blocks your career, right? So that's why I'm not confused, and I just do my thing, and I call my own fucking folders here, and it is what it is, and I organize things like I think it's good. Also, I take some idioms from the community, and I take some things that make sense from here and from there, but I'm not gonna be influenced by somebody saying that Svelte is bad or whatever, right? I'm just gonna pick what I think is good, what makes sense for me, and continue moving on, right? And that's what you should do. And that's the only way to make progress very fast. But that's what tutorial hell is, by the way, right? That's what tutorial actually is. People say tutorial. I never understood that. I said, tutorial hell? Can you be fucking tutorial hell? How is that even possible? What the hell is tutorial hell? I know what ELO hell is in League of Legends, but tutorial hell? That's crazy. I never heard about it. I'm hungry. Actually gonna stop the stream, to be honest. Yeah, even lead code. What the hell is that? Why are you even using it? I cannot solve a single thing in lead code. Let me check here real quick. Lead code. I never used it, and I probably can't. I'm too stupid for that thing. Lead code. How do you do that? Lead code. That presenter here. Lead code. Can I? Here, linked list. I don't even know how to make a linked list out of the top of my head. I don't know. And then all these questions they ask. I don't know. I don't care, because I don't need it. Because lead code is problems you don't need to solve. You know what I mean? I don't know real life problems. A linked list is not a real life problem. That's a solved problem, right? A double linked list, it's a double solved problem. It is what it is. All this fancy stuff, hey, that's fine. It's all good, but I don't know how to use that, right? Binary tree, no fucking clue how to make one out of the top of my head. If I see some specs and I see some examples, I can make one, but how can you find the fastest path? I have no fucking clue, my man. You know what I mean? Fire me, because I don't know. But I know how to make your company 50k a month. That's what I know. You know what I mean? I can produce stuff. User-facing stuff that actually makes sense, right? I don't know where to place a button, so if the user clicks, he's gonna get what he needs. And he's gonna pay us a lot of money for doing that. That's what I know, right? That's the difference, right? So lead code, get that, put that away. Unless you want to work for Google, unless you want to work for all these bullshit companies here, right? Which gonna pay a lot of money, but you're gonna be depressed, because who wants to work for these giant companies? It's not fun, right? It's not fun. All the strict things, bam, 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 bam. You're a number 2, number 3, number 455. Maybe you're a prime number if you're lucky. You know what I mean? Don't do that. My advice. Do you need to take this advice as the only source of truth? No, of course not. It's what I would do, right? And you can decide for yourself what you're gonna do. Of course, these companies pay you a lot of money, right? That's a thing, guys. I never said that they're not gonna pay a lot of money, right? If you for Google, if you're gonna get hired for Google, you're gonna make 200k maybe, right? Maybe more later on, 250k. I see people making 300k at Google. That's a shit ton of money. But the question about it is, are you happy, right? What are you gonna do with these monies? What are you gonna do with it? What are you gonna do with your money if your wife riding another dick? You know what I mean? Nothing, right? You gonna buy her back? I don't think so. That's not gonna happen, right? You need to find a good balance. I think you're wrong about lead code because I've spent time on the platform. Of course, you're emotionally attached, right? Moonlight, let us be honest. You think I'm wrong because you spent so much time in this lead code. And now you're basically emotionally a little bit hurt that I said that lead code is bad. Of course, listen, first of all, is it bad? Of course not, because you're learning these things. So it's never bad, right? You're gonna learn how these things work internally that you normally never would learn. So if you do a lot of lead code practices, you're gonna learn a lot of stuff. But why would you want to learn that kind of stuff if you need a linked list or you need a binary tree or whatever they're gonna ask you? There are packages to use, right? That are solved problems. You know what I mean? It's better to learn how to build something up, you know what I mean? It's build a platform, build a user interface with a backend and let user use it. Build something that can be used, because that's going to give you the most. That's going to make you an MVP in a company. You know what I mean? Somebody that knows how things are going to be produced for the user, and that can build that stuff without the need of 55 meetings and Figma files. That's a very important. Because by the end of it's personal preference, right? If you want to work for Google, Facebook, and all that stuff, then you really need to do that because they ask these questions, right? They ask these questions. You probably have some lead code profile checker to see how many things. I don't know. But if you want to be a lean and mean developer that want to build businesses and want to make his buck with startups and equity, which you're going to learn much more in the broader sense, because in Google you're not going to learn a lot, right? You're going to be at a certain team for a couple of years and you're going to do only that thing. But if you're a free developer, if you're Bob Ross, you can paint whatever you want, right? You can paint whatever you want. I'm painting whatever I want. Different. Personal preference. The best thing you can do is learn how to solve problems that are not solved yet. That's what I think. But like I said, I'm a boomer, right? I'm overaged. You know what I mean? I was in the programming space when it was at peace. You know what I mean? I was basically in The Walking Dead when there were no zombies yet. You know what I mean? And Rick Grimes was still alive, or was still in the series. You know what I mean? But it's really, really fucked up to be a programmer right now. To learn how to program. Actually, it's a double-sided sword because there are so many educational stuff floating around that you can grasp to learn things very quickly, right? Back in my day, what the hell? There was nothing. There was not even YouTube. You know what I mean? You need to read a book. You know what I mean? Like a book. I cannot even read 2 pages without being distracted. You know what I mean? But I think it's good because back in my day, you were basically more of an explorer. You were Dora. You know what I mean? Dora the Explorer. Ni hao. You were exploring because there was nothing else. You just need to figure it out yourself, and whatever it is. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, yeah, then you need to fix it. Right? But right now, there are so many tutorials that people are getting lazy, actually. You're just watching tutorials and tutorials and tutorials, and you're copy-pasting these tutorials, but by the end of the day, you learn zero. You know what I mean? You learn nothing because you're just copy-pasting. Because you're learning maybe the syntax and all that stuff, but you don't learn creating these patterns. And that's what you need. You need the vocabulary of patterns in programming. because they basically work in every single language, right? The programming patterns, and it's not like the pattern of a decorator or something, but the patterns, the logical patterns, logical ways to how things work. I cannot explain what I mean by that. Is if you're a programmer, you will understand the logical way of, okay, yeah, I need to do this, so we're going to do that, blah, 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 blah. And some languages have another approach because the iterator works differently or whatever. But by the end of the day, the pattern will stay the same-ish. You know what I mean? The user logs in, it's going to be a certain pattern that happens. Something like that. Maybe you want to make a bid or some auction thing. It's certain patterns just happen over and over again. You know what I mean? AI, AI is... I must say that I'm using a lot of ChatGPT recently, but that's more of a lot of SQL stuff, man. I was a SQL noob, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know nothing. But now I know, thanks to ChatGPT. Like, hey, write me a query, my man! And my boy writes the query, I just copy paste. I call it a day, that's amazing. Or regex, man. It's the regex god, man. Hey. Copy GPT, that's what I call it. Control C GPT. I was thinking 5-10 years there will be so much more developers that will make less. Yeah, but developing is also getting into a scam, right? It's like the trading stuff. Everybody wants to be a day trader. Now everybody's getting scammed to be a programmer because the life is so good. Trust me, you're going to be very depressed. They're basically, everybody can code and you can code in 6 months and you can get a job as developer. You can remotely and you can do, and the lifestyle, the programming lifestyle. Listen, there is no programming lifestyle, my man. Listen, guys, programming lifestyle is not what you think it is, right? Programming lifestyle. What the hell is going on? What the hell? Programming hell, that's what I call it. ChatGPT is regex god, hands down it is, man. ChatGPT is rank 1 regex. ChatGPT help me write. That's, like I said, ChatGPT for regexes, SQL queries. Why do I use it also for email validation? Regex, right? Like, hey, write me a fucking function to validate an email. Book. And it gave me that. Right? Easy. Just copy paste that stuff. Not gonna lie. Or something else like, hey, give me random names or something. Write me a function that gives these random names or these, all these stuff, right? All these minor things is very good at. It's very good. That's amazing. That's a time saver. Let us be honest, right? That's a time fucking saver. The Slim Shady of regex. It is. Marshall Mathers. Alright, guys. Others have any questions? Jump into the Discord. Comment on this video like shit. Like crazy. So we can boost it. It's a stream, so it never does well. That's why I don't stream a lot anymore. Because streams are basically... But sometimes I need to hang out with you guys, right? Like I said, all that coding stuff, not quite sure if that it's very hard for me to code most of the time and stream and ask questions. I think these streams needs to be a little bit more entertainment, where we're gonna dig in some stuff, fix some things on the fly, show some stuff out, talk about stuff, share experiences, ask questions. I think that's much better. And then I will release videos where we actually do some coding and teach it. Like I said, my YouTube channel is full of videos, live coded videos. I think there is a lot of stuff out there. Yeah, so I need to play it smart, right? Because, like I said, making these videos sometimes very time consuming, and the reward sometimes is not always rewarding. So I need to be very smart here and play a little bit the game, right? Play a little bit more of the game of streaming and the game of making smarter content, you know what I mean, for my audience. Shorter, people like shorter content. I know somebody love longer content, I know, but like I said, it's all a game we need to play in life. And yeah, this is what it is, boys. Have you been learning AI ML? You just call rappers, right? Everybody's an AI specialist, you know what I mean? Chat with your own PDF, copy paste, easy peasy. Everybody can do that. Anyway, guys, thank you for being in the stream. I'm gonna eat, I'm hungry, and I'm probably gonna play some League of Legends. Hey, jump into the Discord, check the Patreon, a lot of videos there. Check the full-time GoDev, 50% off. And I'll see you in the next video or live stream. Thank you, everyone. Love you all.